All right, Coach. Just talk about the little bit of this past weekend. I mean, first game against Highlands, close. The rest of them, no contest really.
Yeah, I thought it was a good weekend for us. I thought we finally started playing, our kind of baseball. Pitching-wise, I thought we did a really good job. Ryan Larison, Joe Corbett, even Zach Dixon was able to get out there for the first time this year. Thought we had 3 pretty good starts from all of our guys. Our bullpen did a pretty good job. We did walk a lot of guys in game 2. That's something we've definitely got to talk about and address a lot this next week. All in all, I thought we did a pretty good job offensively. The first game we knew going in, their number 1 Pacheco, he was really good. He was a tough guy, and it was a tough weekend to hit all weekend just because of the cold weather and stuff. But so I thought we did a pretty good job with everything we needed to do there.
Corbett was outstanding.
Yeah, Joe, he actually had a really bad fall. We were really worried about him in the fall, but he worked his tail off over Christmas break, and he's came back a different guy. He's kind of the guy that we expected him to be when we signed him.
Braden Baker did an exceptional job after you talked about those walks, and then kind of really shut it down. Was the pitcher a record on the win?
Yeah, Braden in game 2 did an outstanding job. It's kind of what we expect from him. He's a local guy here from Canyon. He had to sit out all last year because of an arm injury and stuff. His velocity's just now starting to get back, but he's really able to command the strike zone, keep guys off balance and everything. We expect him to be one of our top guys out of the bullpen, and also he can help us offensively a little bit as well. You may see him running some bases, playing some defense, and getting in a bat here or there as well.
Tommy Williams, Blake Weaver, I mean, you got the Canyon connection kind of going right now.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be able to get a lot of Amarillo Canyon kids. Christian Loy is another guy. He got hurt this past weekend, but we're having a lot of success with the Panhandle kids. We love having those kids stay here close to home where they can play in front of their families.
Speaking of injuries, is it kind of a lot harder to kind of keep everybody warmed up when it's so cold and you guys are playing the game?
It is something that we've talked about as a coaching staff. I mean, we left Jimmy Kubios, who's had a history of hamstring problems, out of the lineup a couple games, and I mean he's one of our top guys. So, but Blake Weaver stepped in and did an outstanding job for him. And Blake is Blake, man. He can really do some things offensively when he gets on the bases. He's a threat every time on the bases. So it's good to have that much depth that we're able to set some guys when we need to as well.
And talking about a threat on the bases, Bodie Bryant also had some stolen bases, and I know that's kind of really the MO or going forward to be aggressive on the base pass as well as just on offense.
Yeah, Bodie's one of those guys. He's the fastest guy on our team, and even when he was at Phoenix College, he really didn't steal a lot of bases. He didn't steal a lot for us last year. He didn't have that confidence that we wanted him to have on the base path. But this year we've told him, I don't care if you get thrown out or not, you need to be taking advantage of it, and he's done a great job with it. He's getting better at getting jumps and everything, and as he continues to learn what pitchers are doing and stuff, I think he could be a 30 stolen base guy for us, and he's got that type of speed. And that's what we're teaching to all of our guys this year is we've got to be more aggressive on the base path. We've got to get on base a little bit more to do that and everything. So hopefully we'll continue to get better in that area.
You got a homestand going into Adams State this weekend. What are you kind of focusing on this week going into those games?
We still got to clean things up defensively a little bit. The first game we gave up 3 unearned runs. It was tough. They shouldn't have scored any on us there. Those are things that we cannot do, especially once we get into conference and everything. So defensively, we've still got to clean some things up. We've got to obviously not walk as many guys out of the bullpen. I thought our starters have done a really good job with minimizing the walks, but out of the bullpen, we've got to know what we've got coming, and they've got to throw more strikes. And then offensively, it's just a matter of reps right now. I still think we're striking out a little bit more than what I expected. I think that'll kind of clean itself up. Some guys are starting to get more confident and everything, and the more bats they get under their belt, I think the better off we'll be offensively.
You saw Adams State last week, 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
What do they kind of do well?
Adams got a couple really good offensive guys. Their catcher, I think, had 2 home runs against us. They're a good club. We're going to have to come with our best baseball. Hopefully we'll have good weather out there. They're going to do things right. They're going to play pretty good defense, and we've got to do a good job of pitching to them, staying ahead in counts, not walking, not giving them free bases, doing some stuff like that.
When you play them, or Adams specifically, when you play them already, does it kind of make it easier, or does it make it a little more difficult to prepare for them a second time?
We've only seen a couple of their arms, so on the offensive side of things, we really don't know a lot about their pitching staff. We do know offensively who they are, what they have to do. Coach Hall will have to put together a pitching game plan against their guys and everything. So we'll have to do a good job there. I think hopefully our pitchers will be able to see some of our other bullpen guys that we wasn't able to see this past weekend. Guys like Drew Mesker, Dalton Tillison, guys like that. We've got a lot of depth with our pitching staff. We got to get those guys on the mound some.